Hello, my friends. How are you? How is everyone? I thought I would jump on this day before Thanksgiving. I know some people are busy visiting family and all sorts. Of course, that's just here in the U.S. Oops. Why? How come whenever I get online with you guys, the dogs next door start barking? They're I love animals, but these dogs are their their owners are bad. And the dogs act out. So I don't mean to be critical, but I am being critical because their dogs are absolutely vicious. And it's because they don't, all they need, I mean, they have like an 8-foot stretch between of open section in their backyard. Hi, Ness. Good to see you. um, they have this eight foot stretch of like it's open. There's no gate there or fence there. It would take almost nothing to put anything up. But these dogs are vicious. They have literally attacked our poor Henry and other dogs. I mean, I hate to say it, but these dogs are going to get put down one day because they're so violent and they're constantly barking. And it's because their parents, their owners, just clip them up on a long lead. They never take them on walks. They're big dogs. They need to get their energy out. So, all right, that's my end of gripe. This is supposed to be a nice, happy Thanksgiving show. But yes, we are going to do some dowsing rods questions. Thank you. I saw your question, Ness, and Henry is okay. This was several months ago, and he's just learned never to wander back there again. Oh, thank you. You're so kind, SR Kish. And we have so many lovely people here. You know what? We're gonna do a little personal too. We're just gonna open it up because I wasn't really planning on coming on, but John's out, and I'm just sort of like, hey, I'm gonna see all my good friends here. So you can put a personal question in, but I do have some. I have some a few uh, political questions, world questions. Yes, who said that? Doggies need walks. Ness. Yeah, and so they just aggressively bark. And if I walk past, like out to take my trash out, and they see me, I'm telling you, they're like straining on the long lead. You would think they were going to rip it out of the wall and come, take a chunk out of my neck. So I do not appreciate that. If you're going to have a dog, treat it well. Treat it well. Do what you need to do. Okay. And so I'm going to be kind of doing a mix. I'm doing dowsing rods tonight for the most part. So if you put a personal question in, let's make sure maybe it's a yes, no, or let's narrow it down, if you don't mind. I may pull a few cards tonight too, so we're kind of doing a little mixed bag. But I just wanted to see how everybody's doing. Is anybody? I know we have some Canadians and people from other places here, but let's see here. I'm just starring your questions. But if you, if you celebrate, let me know how you celebrate. And I always felt like, I always felt like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving was like a big deal for, me and my friends when I was much younger. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read some of your messages. And you can see I'm back in my office again, guys, my normal spot, because I have been displaced by my son, but we got him off safely to the airport the other day. And it was a little bittersweet, not going to lie. It was kind of sad because, he may decide he wants to stay there forever. But yes, Gary for Grace, they do make our lives whole. I love my animals. And we may be visited by our son's cat is staying here for a little bit. until Evan can come back. We're kind of secretly hoping that they decide to just leave him here because that's kind of traumatic. For transatlantic flights, animals have to be put in the cargo hold. And anyway, so sad. He does not like being in a container or whatever, a cat carrier. Amanda says, Jack escaped today when you were at work. And this angel woman picked him up and met me at the house. Aw, broken fence piece. Oh no, chicken wired up. Yeah, see, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of, it's not that hard. They have this one section that's open. And those dogs, I think they would just be much happier next door if they didn't have them on those leads, you know. They have it like attached to their back porch, and the dogs can only go so far, and then they get caught up by their chains. And that can make animals aggressive. So anyway, yeah. So I'm glad you got your dog back. That's tough. That's thankfully Henry. Like if I left the door wide open, he might go sit out on the front porch, but he's not a wanderer. It's a blessing. Okay, so I'm still starring your questions. Thank you so much. And we're gonna start anyway. So I was talking about Thanksgiving. So I don't know. Tell me your traditions and what you guys did. But oh, Eleanor, cats do not have to fly in cargo. Are you talking about transatlantic? Because that would be a beautiful thing. Now he still hates to be in the carrier, but maybe a little medicine would help. But thank you, Eleanor. I'm going to look into that. This is what he told me. Eleanor, I took a cat to Amsterdam via KLM in 2019. The cat had to be in a carrier of a certain size that fit under the seat. Wow. Okay. Hey, I'm going to share that. Now, I don't know if it's particular to the UK or what, but okay. And I'm going to say hi to some folks. I'm seeing so many people. I see Nivra and Eleanor and Amanda. And yes, it is still traumatic. And honestly, we're not going to lie. We love that cat. We would keep him in a heartbeat. User. I don't know how UD2VR. I'm just going to call you User. That's a bad name. Let's see. Venus, nice to see you. Marianne. Who else? We have so many people here. Bernadette, nice to see you. I got your question. Shooting Star. SR Kish. Johanna or Joanna. I don't know how you pronounce it. Johanna. I'm going to say Johanna. Ethereal Moonlight. And Gary for Grace. Higher Realms. Eleanor. I already said hello to you. Letting Loose. Hello. Ness, I said hello to you. How are you? I've been meaning forever to reach out to you, but I'm going to star your question. Looks like I unstarted by accident. Okay. Endora Romero, good to see you. Karen Robinson. Who am I missing? I know there are more people here. So if I did not say your name, welcome. It is so good to see you guys. Okay. I don't know if I want to say your name. There's somebody here. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. All right. And Polly, good to see you too. Just visiting. How are you? Okay. Yes, you had a good talk with him about his in and out privileges. Well, you know, your Choctaw friend doesn't like Thanksgiving. Well, you know, I mean, obviously it has different connotations for Indigenous peoples too, but for me, I just like Thanksgiving because it's just a nice time for family and to get together. And that's if you enjoy being with your family, right? Some people don't. But as I was saying, and hi, Kim Princess, good to see you. it's a mixed bag tonight. We're gonna do dowsing rods, we're gonna do questions and till I till I don't want to anymore, till I'm tired. But I was saying, whenever I came home, I remember Thanksgiving as a child and all the way through. I grew up in the DC suburbs, Washington DC suburbs, and my aunt and uncle had this really big old 200-year-old house out on the outskirts of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which was about an hour and a half away. But I mean, all my aunts and uncles and cousins on everybody on my mom's side would go up to Gettysburg, and we would do my uncle loved to he was a great storyteller, so he loved to take us on um, Civil War battlefield walks and tell stories about, the different parts of the the battlefield. And anyway, it was just a really fun time, and I do have some ghost stories to tell you, to share with you. Had a crazy, crazy experience that I would love to share with you. So before we get started, while people are putting in their questions. So I'll just quickly tell you my story. So one year when I was older, we always used to all crash at my uncle's house, but Henry's here. But when we got a little bit older and everybody started pairing up, I think I was newly married to John, and we decided, several of us, my sister's husband, sister and her husband, and several of us rented rooms at this really cool old Civil War. It's a tavern outside of Gettysburg, just up the street from my uncle's house, called Cashtown Inn, and we all rented rooms in this old inn. But it had a reputation for being haunted. It had been used during the Civil War as a war hospital, and so we all were in our separate rooms in this building, and this is old, so there's like a bathroom in the hallway, right? You don't get your own bathroom in this place. Bathroom in the hallway, and 4 rooms on our floor and a couple more rooms above us. And I'm starting your questions as they come in, so thank you. So I was struggling to get to sleep. It was just a little creepy for me. And like, if anybody's going to get haunted, guess who's going to get haunted? And this is before I really kind of changed my tune about all this stuff. So, and embraced it. I wish I had been a little more present then. And so hi, Melissa. Hi, just visiting. I think I said hi to you. So about 1 in the morning, maybe 2, I don't know, middle of the night, I'm kind of tossing and turning, and I hear a man's blood-curdling scream from somewhere within that building. I mean, like axe murder kind of scream at the top of this person's lungs, this spirit's lungs, I think. And I laid there the rest of the night, like with covers up over my head. I really needed to go to the bathroom too, but there was no way I was walking out in the hallway by myself. So it was terrifying. And, sorry, Henry's over here snarling around, being a dog. So I even tried to wake up John, because I was scared, and he wouldn't wake up. And anyway, so the sun starts to come up, and I hear a door open in the hallway, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. I'm going out in the hallway. And it was my mom. And my mom tends to have, I think I got her intuitive gifts or abilities from her. I got mine from her, I should say. And she walks in the hallway, and I look at her with this look. And I didn't really know how to ask it, but I was like, "Did you hear?" And she was like, "Did I hear? It was in my room." And anyway, and what was funny is my husband didn't hear it, my sister and her husband didn't hear it, my aunt and uncle were in another room, nobody else heard it. Nobody heard it, except my mom and me. And my mom's husband didn't hear it. Anyway, it was quite crazy. And we later learned that the room that she was staying in was the room that it has all the legends around it where people take pictures of man's face in the window and so forth. So anyway, that's my long story, and it was quite creepy. So maybe one night we'll do a ghost stories sharing session. What do you think? So that's my big Thanksgiving story. Gettysburg and Thanksgiving in Gettysburg every year. It was really kind of cool. We loved it. Anyway, yes, super scary. Okay, so I'm taking questions, and I have a bunch of questions started already. But feel free to pop your Thanksgiving, your American or Canadian, or celebrate any feast day. Tell us your stories. Tell us your stories. Yeah. Oh, one more story, but I will just tell you one more story about my uncle's house. My cousin said every night she would be asleep in her room, and there was a mirror straight ahead so she could see to the door behind her, and she would see what looked like a Civil War soldier with a wide brim hat walk in front of the door and stand. She would see the outline, many nights in the mirror straight ahead in front of her. And it would stand there for a minute and then just keep walking. So, there's a lot of energy around that space. Okay, CJM. Nice to see you, CJM. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start taking some questions. And then I guess we're going to do questions. I have dowsing rods questions too here. So if we get time, we'll do that too, because there's a lot going on. And I want to tell you a few things hits that I've been getting lately. Okay. There's Ness. Hello, Ness. Why the social gathering last week with MDES was different. Read the energies of the meeting or how I was perceived. Oh, can you elaborate a little bit? Is this among your friend group? MDES. If you're here, Ness, please let me know, just so I understand. Okay. But I'll tune in. I'm going to pull cards. We're going to do mostly cards because we have a lot of questions here, and I want to make sure we get through them. Okay. Oh, Nivra, you miss cooking with her. She says, when my mom was still here, we started cooking early. Turkey, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes, giblet gravy, green beans, and rolls. Oh, very nice. I know. Yes. Hi, Annie Bear. Good to see you. Has anybody been seeing Annie Bear? She's been hosting for Terry Renner. I can't remember them. Standing in the Light. Is that what it is? Yeah. Really nice. Okay. I'm going to ask about this MDES question with little understanding of what I'm hearing, what I'm picking up. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pull a few cards because I'm just not sure I understand. That makes sense. Maybe it makes sense. So let's see if we can put this into your context. we get the Five of Pentacles. If I feel like if this is a social gathering, this card has several connotations. It can be sick or poor, but it's usually, you see, there's the locked door there. It's a card of feeling out in the cold, right? Kind of left out of things. So I don't know if that's something that you were picking up, Ness. But what was was that really the energy? Maybe that's the way you're perceiving it. Because then we get the Knight of Pentacles. So it's kind of, this is about something moving forward. It feels to me like this is an old friend group or work group. But it's moving forward, right? It's moving forward in a slow, methodical manner. Whatever this is, and sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not sure I understand the question. And then, but we get the Hierophant, okay? Structure, order, right? It felt different because it was in that kind of that setting of the workplace or whatever it is, yeah. And the Five of Cups, pulled one more. The sadness, right? It's not the same. It doesn't feel like it's the same. So if I'm reading this wrong, correct me, because I assume that you're talking about one of your social groups, Ness. So, okay, thank you. Yeah, I just finished yours, Ness. So if I read that wrong, please advise me. Okay. Okay. Oh, it was a gathering among friends. Does that make sense, what I just said? Because it feels like a little bit like you were on the outskirts, right? It felt a little sad, and it's kind of not the way things were, or something like that. That's how it's what the cards were showing me. Okay. Nivra. All right, let's just see. I'm going to use the dowsing rods for this question. Will I be traveling to Africa in March? Will I be traveling to Africa in March? The energy just feels like it's not settled yet. Do you see how it bounced around? But it is a yes. I feel like what I'm hearing more is it's a possibility. Like it just feels like there's so many things, arrangements to make before it can happen. But it feels like it's more probable than not. Okay. Oh, you felt you had outgrown the friends. Yeah, and Amanda says to Ness, these folks won't change and grow as fast as you are willing. Yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. So it just sort of feels like it's maybe no longer a match, if that makes sense. Okay. Gary for Grace, please, any messages from my spirit guides? Like I said, I'm going to have to rely heavily on the cards so that we can move quickly and get everybody's questions in here. And I'm so sorry about that, Ness, and thank you to Nivra. Thanks. Just wondered if it will be safe to go. Well, that makes sense because that's why it felt like, it feels like you're going to be making, Nivra, a last minute decision based on climate, things that are going on, right? It just doesn't feel quite settled. Gary for Grace. Why do I feel like I've gotten this card for you before? The Two of Wands. Two of Wands talks about making plans. This is a travel card because you see that globe and the little, it's like a VW bus there. This is often a card of planning for travel, planning for a move, planning something new in your life, like a new job, new home, no. And the Tower. So we get the Tower when things come along and kind of change suddenly. Maybe whatever these plans are interrupted, or something happens that enables us to put the plans into effect. And here you are, you got that Two of Wands making plans. Three of Pentacles speaks of actually doing the work now, learning new skills, putting together, working with others to collaborate to make this happen, whatever it is that you've planned. So, but sometimes the tower here feels like it's in a good position, like a happy surprise comes along and really helps you effect that change. Okay, Gary. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. I'm trying to make room. Here. Okay. You're welcome, Gary. Ethereal Moonlight, a general message. I'm going to use a different deck here. I don't know why this one feels like the one that you want. Okay. And we have 20 people here. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new here, please pop in the chat. Say hello. And please hit subscribe, like, and all those good things if you like what you find here. Okay. Okay. All right. Very interesting cards, but I think good. Ethereal Moonlight. You get the sun, right? Success. This is all the success and the joy. And it feels like this success is coming along to eclipse some sadness that you've had in your life. Some things where you felt loss, where you felt a little grief. But this one came first to say, you know what, we're taking care of that now. And then we get the Queen of Pentacles, which speaks about nurturing and kindness to yourself and to others around you. It's also about abundance and remembering that you are abundant and you have all the beautiful things in your life. Yeah. So there you go. So are you getting over some loss? It looks like you're going to do it just fine. Some loss, some sadness. All right. Did anybody see? I posted just while I'm thinking of it. I posted earlier today a Celtic cross spread that I threw for the orange one. Go and look at my posts, because wow, we got the Tower, we got the Devil, we got the Death, we got the Eight of Swords, we got some crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Just 3 more subscribers. See, I don't market myself very well. Thank you. Yeah, Kim Princess, you saw that? It was a very intense spread. I mean, I've never quite, and I feel like he got Pentacles on and is in a few positions, like abundance. And I feel like that's kind of more about his greed, and he's like collecting the money, because my feeling is that he's not going to be here with us very long. And I don't personally feel imminent death, but I feel like departure. Yeah. Okay. User. I don't like calling you a user. All right. Oh, thanks, Ness. You got the same. You're feeling the same thing. By the way, I will say this. In my meditation the other day, and I will ask this of the dowsing rods, I was tuning into his energy, which I don't typically like to do, and I heard, what was it? Vascular dementia. That's what I heard. And people with vascular dementia, this can come on as the result of little mini strokes or strokes. And anyway, and we all have picked up that he may have had a stroke, those MRIs and some of other things. So vascular dementia. And I looked it up because I'm not a medical professional. I had to look it up. Heart issues. Mm-hmm. Yes, Crystal Blue. He weirdly had abundance in his immediate future. But see, I don't think that was abundance. I think that was him. Whoops, sorry. I think that was 45. scraping together as much money as he can because he's looking for the exit. That's what I think. I think he's grifting and raking in everything that he can. And I heard a really interesting theory, and I'm wondering what you think. I heard someone suggest that he gave that $40 billion to Argentina so that their corrupt new president can put it in an offshore account for Trump when he's gone. And it really, bells went off in my head like, oh my gosh, I could see that happening. Why else would he do that? He's not that generous. Of course, it's our money. Ness says, I think they're giving him drugs to mask his symptoms. That's causing him to leave or die faster. Yeah. You mean you think they're drugging him or they're trying to keep him afloat, so to speak? I wouldn't put either past him. I think he's definitely taking medication. There's no question. Oh yeah, leaving to look like an outsider like Mamdani. I always say his name wrong. That was interesting. Fatima says, I agree with you, Kelly. He is looking for an exit and taking as much as he can. His energy feels absolutely chaotic to me right now. Yes, Shooting Star says that is exactly what he has done. Agree. Yeah. So that's why I think he was in that. If you go and look at my posts, you'll see that he was surrounded by pentacles. And, of course, sometimes he comes up as the King of Pentacles, but I just feel like he's been trying to, amass a small fortune so that he can run away and just live forever on our dime. And Ness says they are trying to keep optics afloat. That is not good for long term, but masks the short term. Yeah. Yes. MTG. Yeah. Chaos in his brain. And Ness says MTG Green leaving to look like an outsider candidate like Mondani. I see. Oh, I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, honestly. I think she's got an agenda. Hi, Aline. Welcome. Nice to see you. Okay. Where do you live? You said anyone around me? You mean spirits? Oh. Okay. All right. So small diversion. User, what do I need to focus on right now to improve myself? Okay. User, what do I need right now to focus on to improve myself? I feel like, I don't know why I'm feeling like there's some education or learning a skill or something like that in your future. So something to kind of enhance if you're looking for work, your job skills, or maybe it's just a new thing that you want to learn. But that's the first thing that popped into my third eye is like learning. I don't know if it's going back to school or just picking up a new talent, skill, ability. Yeah. Oh, you agree too, Annie Bear? Yeah. Oh, you're worried as a New York City citizen. You're worried about Mamdani? Yeah. And Mary Starshine says, if 47 goes before January, MTG may reverse her resignation. Oh, God. I don't think they'll let her back, though. I don't think she's very popular, and I think she likes to be the center of attention. Shooting Star says, I think she's going to run for governor of Georgia. We should be asking all these in dowsing rounds, guys. Oh, gosh. All right, Ness, thank you for coming by. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, we had a Thanksgiving dinner last weekend, and then tomorrow we're going to go out, which I've never done before. Very strange. But our son wanted a Thanksgiving dinner before he left for the UK. So, okay, Aline, I got your question too. All right, so I'm going to bounce out of there. Thank you so much. And Eleanor, general reading for December. Let's see what they want you to know for December, Ellen. Ellen's another New York City resident. I hope you're, yeah, you and Kim Princess. Yeah, my son's there now. He's going to stay, and he and his girlfriend are going to go to her uncle's house, which I think is in Connecticut, or at least outside of the city. Okay. You're going out to dinner too, Kim? I have never done that before. Let me know how it turns out. I'm kind of excited. I love to cook, but I'm excited not to have to cook Thanksgiving dinner again. Well, look at this. You, Ellen, are you in your head? This is like 7 of Swords is often somebody else kind of taking something from you, cheating, stealing, lying, something like that. And maybe that has happened in your life. But I'm just intuitively feeling like this is you in your own brain. Wheels turning, right? As we like to say, you did this to you, as many of us do, unfortunately. Ace of Pentacles. They're just letting you know opportunities are right there for you. So just trust and know that balance is coming this coming month in December. Balance is coming with the Justice card. Okay. So it feels like your hamster wheel is going to calm down, and you're going to take a deep breath, and it's going to be okay. Are you getting Chinese food tonight, Kim Princess? No, we're actually going to a Thanksgiving buffet, and I'll be honest with you, it's like a nice restaurant, and they have a good spread, and I'm gluten-free. Oh, do you have questions for the dowsing rods, Fatima? But and put it in, and we'll use the dowsing rods. But the question, anyway, I'm gluten-free, so it's kind of hard to find a Thanksgiving dinner, but that's good for people with celiac. So we found one. Although I'm not excited about it because we've been eating Thanksgiving leftovers for a couple days already, and so much to the point I turned the leftover turkey into like a Mexican style, like green chili stew. So anyway, so I guess it'll be good. It'll all be good. Higher realms. Is my twin flame coming into my life soon? And here we go. Now, do you want a twin flame? Because they can be hot and cold. Or do you want a soulmate? Is higher realms twin flame coming into her life? I don't know. There, look. I just heard, I feel like that person already is. I'm getting a chill too. I think they might already be in your life. Somebody you know. So just be aware of that. Wow. Anyway. Oh, shooting star. ICE has been detaining workers. Yes, they've been doing that in Colorado here, especially like the Mexican restaurants and things. Amanda says, I've worked a few Thanksgiving Thanksgivings as a server. I know you will treat your servers well if it's deserved. Yes, of course. I know. I'm not excited that people have to work on a holiday like that. But I also know that there are a lot of people who are just really needing to work. And so hopefully this puts a few bucks in people's pockets, and of course we'll be generous. Okay. I feel like a soulmate is better than a twin flame. Does anybody else have an opinion? Johanna. And again, welcome to anybody who's new here, and thanks for joining me on this U.S. Thanksgiving Eve. Johanna. Craig Dixon. All right. Oh. Okay. Looks like you got some new adventures coming along, because we've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Now, I also want to say this about this card. This can denote children or young people. So if you have young people in your life, just be aware. Maybe you have two kids, or maybe I don't know your age or anything about you, but to me it feels more like you are starting new ventures, new creative endeavors, because cups and wands are innately creative both. Okay. And look at this. It's going to be successful. 9 of Pentacles speaks of abundance. It's going to bring abundance into your life, and you're going to be able to enjoy. And so abundance, remember, if it's not like a big money maker, it could be abundant in just joy and in, just living the life that you've always dreamed of. Shooting Star said, it is ridiculous. They are waiting until the end of the shift for beginning and grabbing them. It's a SUNY hospital, and the union is working for their release on their behalf. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I know. I mean, I think it's horrible that they're going into their immigration hearings where they're actually going and doing the right thing. They've had these things on the schedule, and ICE is anyway. Oh, I have a funny story to tell you. I just read that what's her name? Carolyn Levitt. She's the press secretary, the blonde with her, she just has new lips all blown up, and she wears the big cross, but she just gets up there and lies and lies and lies. Her sister-in-law was just nabbed by ICE. So it's her brother's wife, and she's Brazilian. She's lived here for many, many years. And she's in custody by ICE. Her nephew's mom. She's got a small child. Anyway, interesting, isn't it? I mean, I don't wish it on anyone, but that's really kind of crazy. Okay. All right. This regime has some karma coming. Yes. Alex H., I got your question too. Shooting Star, I think that was a setup. She is in a custody battle with the ex. Oh, interesting. Oh my gosh. I hadn't heard that. That's awful. Okay. Thank you, Johanna. Did I not do yours? Wait a minute. Did I read yours? Yes, I did read yours. Thank you. Sarkish had a surprising message last night from someone from the past. What do you see happening from this communication? It feels very nice. It feels like a very welcome call, and kind of feels to me like it kind of came just when you needed it. Hi, Margaret. What was her reaction, Amanda? Okay. Yeah. Oh, see, you're getting a similar reading to somebody else. You've got 3 cards, and they're surrounding the loss and the sadness, right? You've got the family, all right? The 10 of Pentacles. So was this somebody from the family, or somebody who, you may have been very close with in a, more of a potential, relationship? And the 5 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is a change in your cycle, in your karmic cycle right now. So the fact that these 2 nice cards were surrounding this sadness card makes me feel like this is a really important, something to pay attention to, that it's going to kind of take you out of the difficulty you've been having. Okay. Thank you. All right, moving on. I said that this was going to go faster, but I keep talking. All right. Okay, Bernadette, what's going to happen between me and Kayla? Ooh. Let's see what's going to happen with you and Kayla. I'm just going to tune in. Is Kayla younger? I feel like it's either a sibling or a child or something like that. Oh, yes, you were very close to them. This is good, Sarkish. I did get your question, Craig. Thank you. You said, I think it was Pam Bondi's nephew, right? She was there. No, it was Caroline Levitt, that press secretary. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards between you and... She is young, I think. Okay. Oh, we just had some cards jump out. I keep running into her. We haven't spoken over a year. She betrayed me. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, there's the secrets and the lies that popped out right here. And this is saying, next we get the secrets with the moon. And next we get the 2 of Swords, right? So this is about you're at a crossroads. Do I want to move forward with her, or do I want to cut ties with her? Next I get the Fool, which typically, it can have a few meanings, but this is a new beginning. This is a new start, and this is rolling the dice and taking a risk. And then we get the 6 of Cups. So that's a really nice card that speaks to the past and good times, right? So it feels to me as if you may need to let bygones be bygones and have a nice conversation and start over with her. Okay. Yes, she is. Bondi is cold nonetheless. I think Bondi is freaking out too. Thank you, Burnett. I feel punished by the universe. I just keep having the same situation happen to me. I feel trapped and stuck. Bernadette, I just want to say that when you speak those words and focus on that energy, it just keeps drawing more to you. So you have within you the ability to change your cycle too. Let's see. I got your question, inspired to create. Thank you. Okay, but good luck. I know you've been going through it. Good luck to you. I think you might need to. Part of it is about forgiving and setting aside the hurts that you've experienced in your life. So many, many blessings to you, Bernadette. By the way, it's finally turned cold here in Colorado. It's been very, very warm for weeks and weeks and all through. We haven't had a drop of snow this November, which is unusual. Shooting Star, I think I got your question. You're next. Yeah. Marianne Proc, do you see any relationship for me in the near future? It's been a very long time. Let's ask the dowsing rods, because we love the dowsing rods. Okay. All right. The rods are straight out, but they look a little out. Okay. Is there a relationship I'm going to show you, let's see. Is there a relationship for Marianne in the near future? I'm just in my head. See how they're bobbling too? In my head, I'm hearing not like we're not right on top of it, but it feels to me that's a yes. We did get a yes after a bobble, but it feels to me as if we've got a few months to go, like several months into the next year. Things are going to change for you in the relationship department. So we are all pulling for you, Marianne. Yes. Okay. Oh, Bernadette said it's nasty cold. It snowed this week. Lots of accidents. Oh, you watched a massive bus turn sideways. Oh, I hope nobody was hurt. Okay, moving forward to Shooting Star. I have been going back and forth on a decision and has asked Spirit to help me with it. Have they heard me? I heard yes. I just automatically heard yes. I This is similar to what I was just saying to Bernadette. I feel like you might be focusing on the wrong things. And so it's hard to feel like you've been heard and that your wishes are coming true because it's almost like you're manifesting the thing that you don't want. Yeah. Do they have a message? Okay. That is the message, is kind of like really kind of focused, like back and forth on a decision. It does feel like a very difficult decision, like a very life-changing decision, like moving or a relationship or both. And like something that really is kind of a heart-wrenching decision. Um, oh, I don't know. I'm getting kind of no particular direction. It's almost like I'm feeling as if you haven't made up your mind one way or the other. So there isn't an answer yet. Oh, it has to do with opening a business or employment. Um, but it feels difficult. Like it's like scary or just something that you need to. It feels to me like you're just kind of going back and forth like this. And if you could um, weigh out the benefits and the risks, then you can make a decision to move forward. But it just feels like it's a tough one. Sorry, there's something up here. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Do not have income coming in, but husband is covering everything. Okay. I'm just going to ask the dowsing rods for you real quick. Should she start the business? There you go. Hardly a hesitation. Okay. All right. It's going to be cold in New York City tomorrow. Yeah. Craig says 54 tomorrow, sunny and cold. Yeah. Yeah. I really want the business, but you're scared. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling your fear. Okay. You have to really decide if that's what you want, because I feel that fear. That fear is going to block it for just know it's going to block it from coming towards you. And I think Ness, we already did this one. All right. Just visiting. What do my spirit guides want me to know right now? I just, right immediately, if you're here just visiting, I just got the most like lovely vision of them like surrounding you right now with love and like just feeling so supported. So that's very cool. I'm pulling 3 cards for you, just visiting. Oh my goodness. And there's the love. The 2 of Cups is always about coming together and the bonds and feeling so beautiful. And you get the King of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups just visiting. Okay. This is, let me just think for a second. This is the happiness. This is all the happiness with the 9 of Cups. And the King of Pentacles could be your relationship, your husband, your somebody, some like feeling in control in your life. But I feel like this is husband energy. and the happiness. We're reminded of feeling like satisfied, like we've done all that we can, and that's it. And the love, the love again. So this feels very nice and supported. Kim Princess, I'm in Queens. They are around. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am sorry that we all are living in these times. I feel like this is happening to ask us, really to ask us if we're to make a decision about who we want to be as a society. Yeah. Okay. Did you guys see about the shooting today? The National Guardsman who got shot in DC. And then I heard they were dead, then I heard they were alive, but they were targeted apparently. Okay. I think they're living, thankfully. And I think I hate to say it, but I think it's going to take more violence for them to, for people who are in this position, the guardsmen, because they're away from their families and, I don't know. Anyway, I just think, unfortunately, I was waiting for this to happen, and it has happened. Okay. Oh, nice. Look what you got right out of the gate. Fell out of the deck, Polly. Polly, your Thanksgiving message is the Magician. And you too get this beautiful 10 of Pentacles, the family card, all of the abundance and the love and the legacy, right? You're surrounded by those you love. And 6 of Wands, success. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, I would take these cards. All of the success after adversity. And I think that's a nice reading. Hello, just visiting. Yeah, those are beautiful cards. Okay. Moving on. Kim Princess. So my question is, does Pablo have a message for me? Are those feathers? Let's see. We went to school together and had a connection. He passed away 3 years ago. Okay, Pablo. I'll tell you I'll describe the person I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody who has kind of curly, brown, fuller hair, and let's see. So I feel like this might have been what he may have looked like in the past. You can tell me, but it was just like quite wavy, full. Okay. Well, first of all, I do really feel like I can feel that connection. He feels there's like an intensity about him. Like sometimes, it almost feels like intense. He was intense to the point that he could get like melancholy or something like that. Was that what Pablo looked like? Okay. And did he have a little, I feel like he might have had kind of a cheesy little mustache at some point too. That's what he's showing me. Okay. What do you want to say? I do feel, I don't know why I feel a sense of melancholy with him. Like he feels like, I don't know how he passed, but it feels to me like he sort of just faded out, faded away. Interesting. But I do feel like he was very fond of you. And I feel like he could just sort of, this is crazy because all I see is these eyes. Like you just feel like he's just very still and intense, like really stared, kind of he could bore a hole in your, your eyes with his stare. It was just a really interesting thing. Um, and I feel like his life, I don't know. I feel like his life. Oh, what happened? You saw an orb? I'll have to rewatch it. Thank you. Well, I'll have to remember it was during the Kim Princess reading. I do get orbs sometimes. Um, maybe that was Pablo. It feels like he just really, like, life was not easy for him for some reason. And so I do think that I just think that I don't know why I get this sort of fade away feeling with him. Um, he feels good on the other side though, but I feel like it's like talk to him. Like I do feel like there is a presence there. And if you were to talk to him, um, you might feel his energy. Yeah. Yes, you think it's Pablo. It happened when I closed my eyes. Interesting. Thank you. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Oh, you wish you could have helped. Yeah. I just feel like he feels very calm now. Like he feels chilled out, very, very calm. But that intensity is crazy. So, okay, thank you. And I do think he really does. He he has that same fondness for you and affection for you. So talk to him. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Pablo. Thanks for dropping by. All right. CJM says things aren't good with my mother's health. Have to emergency travel. Any messages? Let me just tune in a little bit. I'll pull some cards as well. Okay. Yeah. Here's that kind of there's something you're not seeing. I don't know what that is. There's something you or the doctors aren't seeing, right? But there is an option there. Sometimes those cups can mean medicine or cure or treatment, right? There's the emperor. He could be the doctor. Okay. And the high priestess, something is hidden. I feel like there's something with their health that we're not seeing. I'm going to pull one more thing. There's the chariot. She's going to pull forward, it feels like, but we need to do a little bit of exploratory. So I hope that makes sense to you, CJM. I don't know what that is. I would say your mom is, I don't think this is it. Let's put it that way. But I do think there's going to be some treatment or some things that she's going to have to do. So, okay. Thank you. Mary Starshine, maybe he wants to be a spirit guide for you. Nice. And then you said, you would love that. He was in love with me when we were little as adults. I cared for him so much. Aw, very sweet. Okay, good luck to you, CJM. Crystal Blue, are there any particular guides, angels, or ascended masters working with me? Any names would be great. Thanks. Oh, jumper. I'm just pulling. I was shuffling the cards and one jumped out. So I'll take that one. And so I don't get names necessarily, but let me just tell you who I'm feeling. I feel a man as a guide with you. A masculine energy. And maybe this is not necessarily a guide, but I feel like this feels like an older man, like a father or grandfather figure. And it just feels kind of ever present. So we can call him a guide. I just feel like he's very, very instrumental in like helping you with decisions. Names I don't get. I'm gonna just see if I'm getting anyone else. In the angelic realm, I'm getting a very, very soft, like pale pink color, like someone who feels very kind and nurturing with you, and just like pure love, right? Um, so kind of opposite energy of this man who feels like they're loving but firm and kind of go to and guiding you with decisions. So hope that's helpful, Crystal Blue. I'm sorry I don't get names. I could guess, but it would just be a guess. I don't think they really care about the names. I think the man um, might be a family member, though. Um, oh, I'm sorry you're a mess, CJM. Blessings. Is the man positive? My father wasn't. I kind of feel like it could be grandfather. I don't know if you knew them, but the it's interesting because they play a role when they're here, but they're not that way. I didn't have a great relationship with my dad either. But I tune into him and talk to him all the time. It's like he's a different person on the other side. And so I'm sorry. And sometimes we don't want to hear that if we have a difficult relationship. But and sorry, Chris, who was it? Crystal Blue? I also got the Queen of Wands. Okay. They're just that I told you a card jumped out. That's the creative, passionate, fiery woman, and that might be your energy. Okay, and they want you to step into that archetype. Okay, Amanda, will we have more psychiatrists stepping up to be heard in regards to F45? Yeah, there was a story in the New York Times recently, and I've seen a few different stories and YouTube posts and by professionals who are like, this man is not doing well. Let's ask the dowsing rods. Okay, and Crystal Blue, I don't feel like it's a bad entity. I don't at all. I feel like it is somebody who protects you and guides you. Okay. Amanda, will we have more psychologists? Oh, look at this. I didn't even get the word out. Psychiatrist stepping up. There you go. I think we're also going to see I'm hearing like downgrading or something like that. Whatever that, I think what that means is this pressure is going to be very bad for his condition. So I'll just leave it at that. Thank you for just visiting. Yes, please subscribe if you're new here. I'm getting close to 1,000, and once I reach 1,000, I'm going to come on and I'm going to do a little giveaway for some 30-minute readings. All right, Annie Bear, feels to me like we are switching timelines together. And while we are handling it with love, humor, and unity consciousness, the regime is disintegrating. Doesn't it? I would absolutely agree. I mean, we're watching it happen before our eyes. Okay, Aline, I see a few questions from you. Is chaos at work now? It is hard. Will it be better soon? Let's ask if the chaos around you is going to improve. Okay, for Aline. Am I pronouncing that right? Okay. Will the chaos around Aline improve? Yes. Is this going to be better in the next 3 months? I don't really feel 3 months for you. Is it 6 months? There we go. Closer to 6 months is slow. So it's going to be sometime next year when things calm down. This feels like, I don't know if this is something about family or, some body in your life that's kind of I feel like you're really, 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 really like busy dealing with stuff. Does that make sense? I know that's very vague. And it feels as if there might be somebody in your life or some people in your life or something from your past that keeps things stirred up. I don't know any other way to describe it because I'm not feeling it. It just feels this intensity too. Okay. Do you think so? On Thanksgiving Day, Kim Princess? Okay. I'll come on and I'll do a giveaway. I will be happy to. All right. I'll have to figure out how to do it because I don't know if I have that tool with my level of StreamYard where you pull up names. All right. I'll do some work. Maybe they will invent a new diagnostic category for DSM called the DSM manual called Donald Derangement Syndrome. Wow. I think he's got it. Right. All right, Kelly, may I have a clear Thanksgiving message? All my Christmas lights entry is up. Wow, you get to it. You get at it early. Oh, yes, you are an accountant and your boss is not at work. Yeah, it just feels cuckoo. I'm very sorry, Elaine. I feel like it's going to be like this for a little while, so just do what you need to brace yourself. Okay, to ground yourself. All right, Craig. First of all, with Clara, I have no idea what she's showing me, but it feels like she liked to eat something at Thanksgiving that was very non-traditional. Very non-traditional. Like something very like that most people would be like, really? At Thanksgiving? Like not like the usual. And it might be something she just kind of grew up with or something very different. So what I want to say is I feel like it feels like you might, set a table for her that she was not accustomed to in her past. Hi, Daniel. Happy Thanksgiving. Are you at home back up north again? So I feel like she's sort of acknowledging that you did something. I feel like I don't know what her family's background is, but I feel like it was not, they weren't very well off and she, here in Florida, I feel like she did not have a happy Thanksgiving from this, and they didn't have much. But I feel like it's like she loves that you roll out the red carpet for her. So that's cool. And thank you, Craig Dixon. Alex H. Can I have guidance on what's coming for me in December? Sure. We'll see. You're making chicken chow mein. Oh, she used to have chicken chow mein for Thanksgiving? That's funny. We were just talking about Chinese food. We don't do our tree until a little bit later because my husband, we always do a fresh tree, and here in Denver it is so dry that thing will be crispy. All right, Alex H. Let me see what we need you to know. I'm feeling something with the children. I can't remember the ages of your kids, but it sort of feels like you're going to be, you're going to have some kids around you and good times related to that. You may have them all the time, but it just feels nice. Okay. Very scattered in her childhood, very poor. Thank you, Craig. Okay. Teenagers, but I don't know why it feels kind of like you're going to be doing some things or making some plans. Okay. Well, all right. Alex, we've seen this card a few times tonight too. We get that 5 of Cups card, right? This is sort of sitting in our sorrow in our grief. Yes. But I want to just say something about this. Like, really make sure that you're keeping your kids close and bringing them around for your good, for to help you through times that are difficult. And the moon is about this. The moon always talks about intuition, but it also talks about a little anxiety and things that are hidden from us that we're not familiar with. It says, in this one, it says dreams as well, the shadow, right? So sitting in things, I think it's saying that the sadness comes from not knowing, from what's unknown in our lives. But I want to just say, look at this. You get the creator card, which in this deck is very unique. They're saying you can create your reality. Six of Pentacles. Really, this is about Six of Pentacles is about like the family, right? We talked about family and giving and receiving, and this is like the yin and the yang. So create your own reality. Like don't allow things from the past or things that you're imagining to sort of take over. Instead, focus on your ability to really move forward. And this is about gratitude too. I want to just say gratitude. Yes. So sorry, that's a mixed message, but it's also an encouraging message. It really says you have the tools. You create you have the ability to step out of that. Yes, anxious about my first Christmas in our new dynamic. Yeah. It's not initially the way I expected it to go, as you know. Who's talking about barbecued ribs? Because I'm hungry. I think a few of us are. Are you having barbecued ribs and chicken chow mein, Craig? That's a pretty crazy Thanksgiving. All right. I'm gonna star your question, Nivra, because I want to see about. That's a good one. Thank you, Alex H. You hang in there. You hang in there. You have our support. I didn't see your question, Letting Loose. I'm sorry. Will you pop it in? Craig says, I'll cook the turkey one day later and take her to an all-you-can-eat restaurant. I'm tired from putting up lights and cleaning the yard. Aw. So you don't do the traditional thing. Okay. Inspired to create. Margaret, what will be the major themes for me in the month of December? Okay. Major themes for you. Okay. All right. You look at this. All right. You too start with this 9 of Swords. This is anxiety and being, up nights worrying about things. Like let's step out of our worry, right? Worry never did anybody any good. It never fixed the problem. Okay. Excessively mental in our heads. Okay. I got your question, Letting Loose. But look at this. The King of Wands says you have this. Like this is a position of control and passion and following the guidance that you're feeling pulled toward something. Follow it. Yes. Follow it. And it says here, motivation, wisdom, standards. Yeah. Very motivated. And the Judgment card, right? So this is about the Judgment. When we see it often, you see she has these butterfly wings. This is about going through some things, getting that perspective and coming out better, much better on the other side, a rebirth. And I pulled a 4th card, which is the other unusual card that's in this deck, is the Mother Star. right? This is similar to the star of hope. This is hopes, dreams, and wishes, placing your wishes out into the universe and hope and expecting them to come back to you. Very nice. Let's just get out of our head. Okay. And the last question I have starred, and if anybody wants to hang, oh no, I have two. Nivra asked this question. What do you see with Kristi Noem saying that they're sending people to El Salvador against the court order? What's coming up with ICE? Intuitively, I think they're going to do it. But I think that they're going to be in some big trouble down the road. I think they're going to be in big trouble. I mean, it just feels gross and tragic right now. So thank you for asking that question. What's coming up with ICE? With ICE, I feel we have more incidents coming up where they cross the line and do things. I mean, they're always crossing the line, but really some tragic things happen or people get locked up who shouldn't be. And I feel like this feels like it's going to carry on for a little bit longer, but more and more is going to come out, and more like cities and people are going to, the American people are going to rise up against these people, and it's not going to be nice for them. And I feel like they're many ICE officers, they're going to have trouble like recruiting more people to come in and staying motivated in that position, because it's kind of awful to go up against so many angry Americans. That's what I feel. Anybody else? What do you feel? Thank you for that question, Nivra. I know. I was afraid of that too. A reading from Spirit for Letting Loose in New Jersey. Is that New Jersey? NJ? Oh, I got your dowsing rod question. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Letting loose. We'll get yours in a sec here. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it. Here we are. Starring. Okay. Reading from Spirit, Letting Loose, New Jersey. I'll tell you what, I'm getting kind of like an optimism, like this sunshine feeling, sunny optimism. Look at, whoa, depth. Look at you. Letting loose. You start with the Hermit card, which is about really, it just feels like you're going so deep within. And look at this. You get the Ace of Wands. You see she has that fire there in her third eye, right? New beginnings, following your passion, but it feels like your passion is in some really beautiful spiritual way, and really getting, going within, like looking in your heart. And you get the Empress card. These are great cards, letting loose. I can't remember what your first name is. Empress, all about abundance, about possibility, about creativity. Yeah, beautiful. Amanda says, I hope we find out more about the pro-Trump foreign bots represent. Oh, you're talking about on X. X is, yeah, that's interesting too, because X has just changed something so that you can see where the account originates from, which country, and they're coming from like Bangladesh and Eastern European countries and Africa and Asia and everywhere, and not good. Yeah, I do hope we find out more about that. Great reading for you letting loose. Lucy. I should remember it. Lucy. Loose. Okay, Mary Starshine. In the mountains, correct? Are you in the Colorado mountains? No, maybe. Can't recall. All right. Oh, Russia and Nigeria too, of course. Dowsing Rock question. Will there be another violent incident in DC before Christmas? I kind of feel yes. It might not be in DC though. I feel like it might be somewhere else. Northwest Missouri. I'm wrong. Okay. All right. Okay, will there be another incident in Washington, D.C. with ICE or the National Guard? Like skirmishes. Do you see this? It's like a slight crossing. So there might be some other kind of more. It feels to me like there might be more people standing up for their own rights and or preventing injustice. I do feel like whoever that shooter is going to be kind of held up as a Luigi kind of character. Let me take a sip. Okay. So I feel like it's not just there. I'm kind of being drawn to like the Carolinas, where I know they're in like Raleigh and Charlotte, North Carolina. Are they in Nashville or Memphis or something like that? Feeling that area too. Hog's Breath is sending 500 more National Guard troops. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to those people for his vanity. The Guard are citizen soldiers who serve on the weekends. It's really awful. You're right. I mean, these are my dad, when I was young, was in the National Guard. He did his like once a month weekend drills, and otherwise he had another job. So this is not doing any favors for these people. I do feel like the morale is really low for these guardsmen and women, and their jobs, these people have regular jobs that they can't do while they're standing around picking up trash or whatever it is they're supposed to do in DC. Your husband too. Yeah, they're weekend warriors. Exactly. And they're not meant to fight American citizens on American soil. Okay. I'm going to I have to. All right, I have a couple more really quickly. We only have a few more people here, but I had a couple Dowsing Rods questions that I wanted to ask. And these are political questions, and you can put any of those in too that you want to. Yes, it's affecting families and businesses. Yeah, and those businesses, I think, have to pay when they're out, when they're not able to work. Okay. All these people, man, their time is coming. All right, so the first question I have, I wanted to ask about Kash Patel, because there are rumors that he is going to be let go. And then, of course, as soon as Trump was questioned about it, he's like, oh no, Kash is staying around. But is Kash Patel on thin ice? Whoa, that was quick. He's on thin ice with the is he already fired? They didn't fire him already, did they? I didn't hear that. Okay. Will he be fired by the end of the year? Will he be fired by the end of the year? That's a yes. Okay. I've also heard Hegseth is getting a little big for his britches too. Is Hegseth's job on the line? A little bit, like it's coming together, but are we going to learn more? I have this question, and As we all know, he liked the drink supposedly before. I want to know, is he still drinking? Yes. Yes. Okay. Is he going to be relieved of his post soon? I'm getting an image with Hegseth of a sexual impropriety, like somebody that he gropes, or somebody in his department that he's not. I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting like that image of like the holiday party when he does something really inappropriate. Did Patel did something illegal with money? Is that a question? Well, Patel has been taking um, government jets to fly off to concerts and go see his girlfriend and things. Yeah, Gary for Grace. Let's ask about Bondi. Is Pam Bondi about to? I think she might leave voluntarily, but not right. Is she going to leave her job too in the next 6 months? Yeah, look at that. It's not quite crossing. I feel like she's wondering how to get out of this. I feel like the way the energy that I feel with her is that she can't leave. Like he has something over her. It might be with her brother. He did some shady things. And she can't leave. But she feels like, honestly, she feels sick to her stomach every time I tune in to her energy. She feels like she knows. She knows everything. Amanda says only because of his drinking will F45 care. I don't know that. But I feel like, yeah, I'm curious who would fill in. I feel like Patel has just overall done such a bad job. And I think that there are people in the FBI who are talking. Like they're just so demoralized by his lack of leadership. Oh, those holiday parties. Bondi should be prosecuted. Let's ask that. Will Bondi, I think I've asked this before, but will Bondi one day face criminal charges? Look at this. It's barely crossing. I that sort of makes me feel like she'll be close, but she won't be held to account. That makes me ill. Sidney Powell is reportedly in talks to replace. Oh my God. Are you serious? In talks to replace Pam Bondi. She's what do they call her? The Kraken? She's that crazy woman who would come out in all those press conferences, on those witch hunt things before the election. Oh, what a nut. Let's ask if Sidney Powell if Pam Bondi leaves, will Sidney Powell replace her? No. That makes me feel better. Okay. And Mike Flynn. Mike Flynn is publicly and privately calling on President Trump to fire. Michael Flynn is? I have not heard that. Michael Flynn should be in jail. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Kim Princess says, may I say something about Erica Kirk? Yes. Something about Erica Kirk doesn't sit well with me. There's a lot about that. Can we ask that question? Was Erica Kirk, did she know that her husband was going to be martyred? Did she know that he was going to be martyred for this? It's kind of a vague yes. Is she mourning his loss, legitimately mourning his loss? Not really? No. Yeah, Patel and Hedgehog are their Achilles heels. These guys are they're like, the flunkies who, I don't know why I'm getting this image. It's like they broke into you know, into the high school and they're gonna go, like run roughshod all over the whole building, you know, graffiti and tearing up the principal's office and just like whatever. They just feel like children to me. Will the press secretary be fired? That's a good question, Gary. Will the press secretary, Caroline Levitt, be fired? Will Caroline Levitt, or Carolyn, whatever, Levitt be fired? No. But here's a good question. Will she leave? Will she resign? Yes. Because I think that job eats your soul because you have to get up there and lie every day. Does Caroline Levitt know that she's lying? Yep. Who was disbarred? Somebody said she was disbarred. And what's on X? I'm confused. Sorry. A rumor is Erica is pregnant. Oh my God. They're gonna put her on a pedestal and that little baby. Oh, I got something to tell you about Mark Kelly too, because I'm very good friends with a man who's like one of our friends from, back in the college days. He was divorced and then remarried, and his son is married to Mark Kelly's daughter. And so as we speak, he's in Arizona and they're all having Thanksgiving together. And so we're waiting. We're waiting on the scoop from him. So let's see. So will Mark Kelly be a hero in the end? Yes. Will Mark Kelly be vindicated? Yes. If they press charges against Mark Kelly and all the others who did that video about the military, about not following unlawful orders, will the law protect them? Will the law protect them? Eventually is what I'm feeling. You see that bobble? Yeah. Gary asked, did Erica have a hand in her husband's death? Whoa, what? I don't know. I got a ringing right when I read that. Okay. I'm looking at all your responses, but I don't know what you're responding to. So I'm saying, wow, that's how I feel. They're scum. MTG has seen Epps files and has a copy. Question. Has MTG seen the files? Yes. Yep. I think that played a part for sure. Well, and let me ask this question. Will they call Mark Kelly back up so that they can give him a dishonorable discharge? Will they call him back up to was he Navy? There. That was a yes. Will they dishonorably discharge him? Look at this. They're going to try. I think what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is I feel like, they're gonna have, like, a whole, mutiny on their hands, so to speak, from military, generals and leadership who are gonna look at that and just say, "No way." Like, "No, this can't happen." Because if anybody that should have happened to anybody, it should have been that Michael Flynn, because he was found to be an agent for, Turkey, and he was, messing around with Putin, doing things behind. He wasn't a registered agent for these countries, while he was a general. So legislative people have immunity. You can't stop them from speaking up. Yeah, but they can call him up because he's the only one apparently who retired from the military with full honors, and um, I mean, I guess many of them did, but he's apparently the only one living on. I don't know what I read. Something about that he gets full military benefits or something like that. Okay. Will Mark sue? Oh, yeah. I think he's already got legal teams lined up. Yeah. He's too old to serve. Well, they wouldn't call him up to put him on the front lines or anything. They would call him up so that from that position, they bring them back into the military so that they can dishonorably discharge them, so they lose all of their military benefits and their retirement pay and all that kind of stuff. They did this with Vindman, remember? They didn't. I don't know if they called him back. I think he was still active or something like that. Anyway. Oh, you mean 25th Amendment? What's the 23rd Amendment? Daniel says we just need to survive the next 35 days. 23rd Amendment. I think it's 20. I think you mean like how they can say that Trump's not fit. I feel like, why did I just hear Marco Rubio? Oh, weird. I was thinking about Vance, but Marco Rubio's face just popped into my awareness. I think Vance and Rubio are scheming. I was going to say just Vance, but I think Vance and a bunch of people are scheming behind the scenes. Wow. Let's ask that question. I just want to verify. Are they, Vance and others, planning to use the 25th Amendment on Donald Trump? Oh my gosh. There you go, Daniel. I'm getting a chill too, a tingle. Get my head tingles. Yeah. 25th Amendment means not fit. Rubio is a slimy little guy, isn't he? But I feel like I actually feel like this is crushing him because he knows it's not right, but his ego is so strong, or whatever it is, that's maybe they have compromise or something like that. He has a brother who's done some criminal things. Okay, thank you, Craig. All to satisfy a man's weak ego. Yeah, Craig says retired officers can be recalled to face judicial punishment at any age during retirement. Yeah, that is not cool. I mean, the man was, he was on, I think, Rachel Maddow or something the other night. He's like, I served honorably for 30 years, and then he became an astronaut. I mean, could you be any more of a rock star? My God. And anyway, and did you see that ridiculous post? There was an X post by Hegseth saying something about how, and again, this is where I'm like, okay, yeah, he's drinking, because he made a comment about how about Mark Kelly's uniform and that his insignia and his bars and things were in the wrong order. They were backwards. And he's like, we're going to first hold you to account for that when we bring you out. It was a reverse image. Like when you're on your phone, it comes up backwards when you post something like that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, let me see if I have any other quick questions to ask. Oh, I do have one other thing I want to say. Okay, and thank you for staying, guys. You guys are awesome. We still have a few people in the house. I have a really strong feeling. Remember when so Trump and Rubio and those guys put up their demands, they put up Putin's demand letter for what they want, to see from Ukraine for the ceasefire. Okay, they were demanding that he, agree to their their terms by tomorrow, Thanksgiving. And everybody has probably seen this, but it looked like it was written in Russian and then poorly translated into whatever language. Oh, well, in American English, and then I don't know how it was translated for Ukraine, but in English it looked like it was translated from Russian. So they wrote it. But what I immediately got a flash though. I was like, why would they come out with that crazy deadline so quick, like just out of the blue? Like, okay, we need this by Thanksgiving. And it made me feel like, I think 45 knows that his time is up soon, however he leaves. But he knows that it's like TikTok, and he wants this win under his belt. And so I'm just curious whether they're rushing to this ceasefire agreement so that Trump can say that he has that win under his belt. So let me ask this though. Will Ukraine agree to a ceasefire in the next week? No. Will Ukraine agree to a ceasefire in the next, let's call it, month? Okay, maybe at the outset of the month, maybe by Christmas. Excuse me. And will Europe step up to provide the support that Ukraine needs? Will they step up to help with this ceasefire? Yes. We've already seen they've come together, but I feel like they're going to make the difference and kind of cut the U.S. out. It will take 6 months to end. I'm talking about when they make the agreement. Yeah, I don't feel like it's gonna. I kind of feel like it's gonna go the way of Gaza, where he might sign the paper, and then Putin keeps sending drones and bombs in. Yes, I agree with you, Mary Starshine. I hope Zelensky tells them to go screw off. Right? Yeah. Amanda, he's using his power while he still can, eating all the marshmallows before he kicks it. I think he knows. He sees the writing on the wall with his own party. It's imploding. They're no longer in lockstep supporting him. And I think that's why I think he's storing away all the cash he can, because he knows he's getting ready to bolt. Zelensky is getting help from NATO. Yeah. Yes. And you know what? I want to say too, I don't think it's okay that we removed our support, but I also don't think it was okay that that the Europeans just allowed Americans to be the primary, just to support them. Yeah. And let America do it. Good old America likes to go to war. Let's let them do it. So I do think it's good that they are stepping up because they have a bigger interest in this, obviously. I mean, being neighbors. But anyway, so thank you so much for any other questions before we go? I might actually want to go have dinner. I don't even know what's for dinner. I might have to have ice cream for dinner. It is a holiday after all. No, I won't do that. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, we'll get to 1,000. Thanks for your support, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up and leave a comment if you are so inclined. And everyone, please, please, please have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Bye-bye. Love you too, Mary Sunshine. Love you all. Bye-bye.